Hey guys, Colney here, coming at you live from Alpha Vicely, and today I'm here to bring you a video about the For Honor closed beta, or my For Honor closed beta impressions, and it was quite an honor to play For Honor. Yes, I had to do it. Alright, don't hate me because you ain't me. So let's jump right into the closed beta itself. So if you don't know what For Honor is, it is a third-person hack-and-slash game developed by Ubisoft. It was initially announced at E3 2016, and it had, I wouldn't say it had too much hype about it, because there were quite a few questions that Ubisoft kind of didn't really answer up until about now, I would say, of kind of like how the game would function, even though there already has been a closed beta before that I was actually invited to back in winter of 2016, but I actually didn't get to play it in time before the closed beta ended, so... but if jumping into the actual game itself, what happens is that it is a hack and slash game like I mentioned before. But how it works is that you are fighting in this Art of Combat system, where basically you enter into a guard mode, or you can enter into guard mode, and from there you can actually counter your enemy's attacks. For instance, if your sword's on the right side and they swing from the right side, you'll block from the right side. If from left side, they swing on the left side and you block from the left side. Pretty straightforward of kind of how that works. And once I started playing around with it, I was really concerned about, how much power could someone have when they're using this Art of Combat system? Is it possible to outplay someone? Is it going to be straightforward, just 1v1ing all the time? And I gotta say, it actually is quite intuitive in that you can definitely outplay people. You can definitely, especially actually last night, Rookie and I were playing this. We found you could do combos in the game, and you could definitely, combine certain fights, on the right side, left side, up. You can combine all three of those styles, or those stances, probably is the proper term, to determine how effective you can do damage to the enemy. So, jumping into the actual game, or the actual closed beta itself, it came with 3 game modes. There was a 1v1 duel mode, there was a 2v2 duel mode, and there was a 4v4 Dominion mode. Now, the duel modes are pretty straightforward. Fight until one side has been slain, basically. The 1v1s, I played a couple of 1v1s, and I played some 2v2s, and it's very easy to get caught up in the battle. Especially for 1v1s, especially when it's just you. It's you and your sword versus them and their sword, and you can get really caught up into that battle itself. 2v2s is a bit different in that you have a teammate on your side. I didn't know how to expect to play it out, except for the first 2v2 I played, what had happened is I did kill my person that I was standing up to. And while my ally was fighting the other person, that other person decides to run across the map, runs under my sword as I'm trying to kill that other person, revives his teammate comes back to life, both of them kill us. And at that moment, of course, while it was frustrating, it was very easy to appreciate the fact that there is outplay potential in this game. You can easily outplay people, and that was my number one concern, was how would this work? Do you just swing your sword aimlessly? No, there actually is some mechanics and some planning and some things you can actually do to get ahead in this game, and I gotta say, it's very, very satisfying when you get kills in this game too as well. So moving on from 2v2s to 4v4s, there's a mode called Dominion, and that's, I would say, is similar to the Call of Duties or any shooters that have some sort of domination game type, where you get to control points, and while you control these points, it also contributes to the total points on your team. At the same time, killing enemies and killing the troops that are on the battlefield fighting for your side also contribute to the point counter. So, while it's important to hold A, B, and C objectives, you need to also make sure to basically kill those who are trying to take your objective away from you, or attack those that are on an objective you want to take. So that can actually be pretty intense as well. I had a lot of fun with that as well, playing that last night, and I gotta say that I was very surprised of how the control type game modes work in this game. That was another concern of mine. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna have a 4v4 game mode, but how does it work? And you might be asking, so did it actually work well? And I would say yes. I would argue it worked pretty good for what you can expect for a game about hack and slash in third person. So moving from the game mode itself into what is called the War Factions. It's basically just a factions war where you get to enlist into a certain faction. So there is 3 factions in the beginning of the game. There is Samurai, there's Knights, and then there is Vikings. And all these factions, you can play them certain ways, but you actually get to enlist in a certain faction, and you contribute to this map that all 3 factions fight on. It's similar to like if you ever played Chrome Hounds, or I'm trying to think of other games, but I can't think of anything else that's kind of like that. But basically, you're fighting over certain territories on the map, and whichever faction has the most control on the map wins the war. Right now in closed beta, or at least when the closed beta I was in, what had happened is that whoever controls the most, whichever faction controls the most like amount of places on the map, they get some sort of beta item. So I'm guessing once the game actually comes out, Ubisoft is gonna just obviously put some rewards for the faction who wins, probably some skins, maybe some in-game currency, things like that. But my overall impression for Honor, or For Honor, if you want to put it like that, it's closed beta. I would say I could easily see, especially myself being a competitor, I could easily see myself playing the game dual modes for hours. And the Dominion modes are definitely really fun as well. So if you want to play this by yourself, you can easily do that. The matches are actually not too long, depending on which game mode you play. When I did the 1v1s, I was basically in about 15 minutes. They can technically take up to 25 minutes. Same with 2v2s, about 25 minutes at most. And Dominion was about 15 minutes, if I remember right. And that's without like that's without sudden death, of course. And sudden death is, basically no lives, can't respawn type of thing, which is what happened with us, is that it would go to sudden death and basically whoever was standing won. So I can easily see myself playing this for a while. With the game coming out very soon, I do feel like the overall feel for the game is from this beta, because the game's coming out in about 2 weeks. So I would say, based on my impressions from this game, I do not plan on buying this game at full price. However, unless Ubisoft decides to shock the world, and they did the same thing with Rainbow Six Siege, where last year I would have said the same thing. I don't plan on buying the game at full price, yet here I was buying it at full price, playing nearly, I'd say over 100 hours in that game. But if it's anything like they did with Siege, where they made it incredibly fun, and they introduced more things throughout the year, I'm not sure what their plans are for like season passes, things like that, or for DLC moving forward. But if it's anything like they treated Siege, it might be a good game to look into, might be something worth looking into, so I would definitely just give it a try and look into some more gameplay about it. But anyways, guys, my name's Coolnator. Again, that's not my intro. I totally stole that from someone. You can find out who I stole that from. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. Tell us in the comment section. What do you think about For Honor? Did I miss some details I should have included more in the video? Is there something I should have done to kind of elaborate more on about the closed beta itself? Let me know down below. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.